Hi guys. I just woke up, which is mainly the reason for the hair. And normally when I accidentally fall asleep, I tend to wake up and then go back to sleep because I like to pay attention to myself when I'm telling myself that I'm really tired and need to sleep. But I need to make a video, so I'm doing that. The accidental nap is largely responsible for the hair thing. Due to both a comment on yesterday's video and an essay I'm currently working on and a lack of other inspiration, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my apparently greatly overlooked stutter. Now I should preface by saying that despite the common perception, not all stuttering is poor stuttering Professor Quirrell. In my particular case, I don't repeat sounds so much as I struggle saying things in the first place. It would probably be better to call it a speech impediment, because that's less confusing, but that sounds too something. I don't like it. Firstly, I should say that you guys aren't really in a position to really hear my stutter terribly often. Partly because I edit the worst of it out, but also partly because I really only stutter a lot if I'm stressed or nervous or upset for some reason, and I'm very comfortable talking to the camera, so I don't generally stutter excessively when I'm making videos. I don't recall a time when I didn't stutter. And it did used to be much worse. I used to stutter in approximately 40 to 50% of my speech, I think. It may have been higher, I don't recall. But that's really high. Normal people stutter in like 2% of their speech, I think. By the end of therapy, which I went to for a few years, I was down to stuttering in about 5 or 6% of my speech. But it's since gotten worse. Despite that early success after therapy, which I haven't been to in several years, my stutter has since gotten worse, and I stutter a lot more now. Not as much as I did when I was a small child, but I still stutter a lot. Despite how much I stutter, apparently a lot of people don't notice that I stutter, which is really weird to me, because obviously I know every time. It does kind of put a damper on what I can choose to do with my life. I can't do anything that requires excessive speaking. I can't ever be a teacher, can't ever be an actor, which are two things that I considered for a while. It's not all bad though. It has resulted in my having a vast vocabulary, because if I'm stuck on a word, I usually do the exact opposite of what my speech therapist told me to do, and I switch out the word for something that means the same thing. It also has changed the way I speak, like the structure of how things come out, and most people find it interesting and amusing that I don't talk the same way that normal people talk. A lot of my jokes rely very heavily on the cadence that I use, which is mostly due to my stutter. Alright, I think that's enough. It occurs to me that this video is kind of self-indulgent, but if I bored you, I apologize. Now, I need to edit and upload this, and then try to sleep, because sleep is nice. Bye, guys.